Hey guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. Sunday here at the HSBC Abu Dhabi Golf Championships. Yesterday I spent the day following Westwood, who shot himself into the lead overnight with an amazing round of 65. Hoping he can get the job done for win number 44 for his professional career. He's teeing off in about half an hour's time, so I'm just heading over now to the driving range, see if I can catch him hitting a few balls, and then hitting that opening tee shot on the first. Right, warm-up's all done for Lee and Bernd Wiesberger, who's his closest rival at the moment. Sergio over here just warming up as well. All the guys are going to be heading to the putting green any minute, and it's about 15 to 20 minutes until the last guys go out on the course. So really looking forward to seeing what happens. Obviously I'm rooting for Lee, but the quality of the field and the quality of at the top of this leaderboard just goes to show how good the HSBC Abu Dhabi Golf Championships is as an event. Certainly one of the cream of the crop on the European Tour.
The first tournament of the 2020 Rolex Series. On the tee from England, Lee Westwood.
Right, all the golfers are now officially out on the course. I'm taking an opportunity to walk through the shade because I got a little bit too much sun yesterday, as you can probably tell from the colour of my face. But also, while I make my way around and follow Lee today, I said hopefully he'll get his 44th win of his career. I'm going to talk about some of the other tournament packages that Your Golf Travel offer. Obviously, you guys probably know we do the Masters and the Ryder Cup and whatnot, but we've got a hell of a lot more on the books than that. So I'll take you through exactly what we have to offer and kind of explain the setup of a tournament break to you guys, the concept, see what you guys can get up to if you want to combine playing some golf, grabbing some tickets to amazing events like this. So I guess the first event to talk about is the one on every golfer's wish list. Top of the bucket list, the Masters. Now I appreciate not everyone has a budget that can stretch to go into the Masters, because I'm not going to lie, it isn't a cheap thing to do. Largely that's based around the cost of the tickets, but for anyone who can stretch a budget for a trip out to Augusta, I would 100% recommend doing it. I've been very lucky to have been 4 times with work, obviously. My dad came out last year as a paying customer, and he said it was one of the top 10 days in his life was going into the course with me on the Wednesday, the practice day. Thank you very much, Dad. That touched me a little bit, that did. But you know, from visiting Augusta National itself, which really is the star of the show, to getting to see the world's best players at the first major championship of the year and everything that goes with it, the golf courses you can play while you're on a Masters tour, the likes of Pinehurst in North Carolina, Kiel Island in South Carolina, jet over to Florida, tick some of those bucket list courses off your list as well. The options are endless, but it's all a very special experience going to Augusta National, and yeah, you've all seen videos that I've done on it in the past, so I won't go on too much about that event, but it's certainly one of the best tournament experiences we sell at Your Golf Travel.
Brooke. Beautiful.
I know these guys and golfers as a collective like an excuse, but that putt from Hao Tong Lee did jump straight right. And I think that's the first instance of the greens not being absolutely 100% perfect I've seen in 2 days. So looking forward to playing this course tomorrow. So another obvious tournament package that we sell at Your Golf Travel is the Ryder Cup. I first went to the Ryder Cup in 2002 at the Belfry, and I think I was probably a bit too young to really have a full appreciation of what was going on. I went to my second Ryder Cup in Paris in 2018, as some of you guys probably will have seen. Attended the Sunday singles, and honestly that's probably the best day I've ever had on a golf course. The atmosphere was absolutely ridiculous. I think the Ryder Cup basically gets bigger and better every couple of years now because each venue tries to outdo the last host venue. So I'd expect Whistling Straits this year to be absolutely amazing. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how I cope with being an away Ryder Cup fan. Obviously the atmosphere is going to be completely different depending on where it's being staged. The fact that I went to one in Europe and 99% of the people there were cheering for the team that I was cheering for made it extra special. As said, not sure how I'd cope being that little 1% out in America where it's probably going to get quite hostile, but it goes back to Italy in a couple of years, and yeah, I could wax lyrical about the Ryder Cup all day long. I do think it's, well, I used to actually say it's probably a made-for-TV event, but I completely changed my mind when I went to Paris 2018. And if you guys ever get the chance, whether it's in Whistling Straits out in the States or when it comes back to Europe, the Ryder Cup is something every golf fan needs to tick off their list.
Whoa.
Like you bounce out of it.
Right guys, just coming towards the end of the 8th hole. Lee still playing well, going along, I think it's 17 under currently, leading by 1 I believe. And I've just caught up with Mr. James Robinson again.
How are you doing, guys? You all well?
James.
Yeah, good.
So theme of today's video is tournament packages that Your Golf Travel offer our clients. Obviously slightly different to your average golf holiday. But how many tour events have you been to, or which one's highlight for you?
Obviously, I mean, the Masters is a huge highlight, I think.
Don't like to talk about that though, do you?
For me. Yeah, I've only got the head cover, the jacket, the hat, the towel, 3 pitch mark repairers and 15 ball markers, but apart from that, it's really nice. I think the majors are always good. I like going to America. I've done quite a few PGA Tour events, Honda Classic, stuff like that. Very, very good. Then obviously coming out here, you're always going to get the weather. So I think it's fantastic to come out here as well.
And you're off to Dubai next week, is that correct?
Dubai, March. Oh no, so next week, and March. And
playing in the Pro-Am?
I'm playing in the Pro-Am.
La-di-da.
So if you're going out and watching, guys, if you hear a 4 left, that will be me.
So, what do you think of the benefits to people coming out and watching some tournament golf and combining that with playing some local courses?
I think getting a feel for the ball striking, I don't know what it is, but whenever I generally come and watch an event and see the guys hit balls in person, I don't know, my ball striking improves the day after. Just because you probably pick up the tempo of them more than anything. And then obviously if you go and play golf somewhere like Sadia or Yas Links the day after being here, you're gonna love it, aren't you? Because
gets the juices flowing watching these boys, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's go and catch up with Lee and see if he can continue on his quest for number 44.
I think he will.
Yeah?
I think he will.
Oh, another birdie for Lee. 18 under. Stop it. So I overheard someone literally say yesterday on the golf course that Lee hits it really short and has an awful short game. Currently 18 under in a Rolex Series event. Potentially on his way to win his 44th pro event. Oh, some golfers just can't be saved, can they?
Wow. Yeah. Should he put it on the green? Yes. Well done.
So I suppose maybe one rung down on the golf event bucket list, and some people might disagree with me on this one, would be the two opens, the US Open and the British Open, for lack of a better word. I know people don't like calling it that, but anyway. Last year, obviously the Open was in Royal Port Rush. Shane Lowry put on an absolute clinic. Would have been an amazing atmosphere to be there to see him do that. This year it's heading down to Royal St George's in Kent. So the Open Championship visits some of the most historic courses in the game, and there's a very special feel to it. Obviously you run the risk of encountering a bit of dodgy weather every now and again, potentially. But yeah, I've been to a couple of Opens. I've been to, last one was at Carnoustie where Tiger came close, but Molinari ended up winning. Yeah, absolutely wicked couple of days up there. As I said, the atmosphere at the Open, because it's the oldest of the majors, is very special indeed. And we also sell packages to the US Open. This year that's going to Winged Foot. Last year is at Pebble Beach, again, like the Open. Visit some of the most historic courses in the States. So it has that very special history feel to it. So there's a bit of a common theme emerging here. If you think about the courses I just mentioned in terms of the Open Championship and the US Open, maybe let's take last year's venue. So you've got Royal Port Rush. You can play some pretty epic golf courses. If you're heading up to the event, there's lots of amazing courses in that area on the County Antrim coastline. You've got Port Stewart, you've got Castle Rock. I know that's where we sent a lot of our YGT clients last year. I mean, this year you've got Royal St George's. That's pretty much on the same patch of land as Royal Cinque Ports and Princes. Then you think back to Pebble Beach last year, you've got Spyglass Hill. Lots of other courses on the Monterey Peninsula. So yeah, packaging up, being able to come and see these amazing players on these amazing courses at these brilliant events with playing some pretty tidy golf of your own, yeah, it's hard to top that. Right, now the easy par for Lee on the 14th there, safely into the middle of the 15th green as well, so that's 4 holes to go, 2-shot lead. Come on Lee, bring it home. So just to put Lee's golf into perspective right now, just looked up, over the weekend he's dropped 1 shot so far as it stands, 3 holes left to go. And he's offset that drop shot with 11 birdies and an eagle. So no surprises, he's top of the pack as it stands. Just fingers crossed he can keep this up. No more drop shots and titles his, I reckon.
Shot, Lee. Shot.
So unfortunately, no sooner has I said that if Lee didn't drop another shot, he would definitely be winning. He bogeyed the 16th. Sorry Lee, but I've just seen him hit his tee shot for the 18th, absolute perfection. So in range on a par 5, should be able to make an easy par. Might even make another birdie and win by 2, you never know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the concluding game of the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship presented by EGA this year. The 15th edition of this great championship. A 43-time tour winner, a former world #1, Lee Westwood.
Yes, 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 yes!
And now, with rounds of 69, 68, 65 and 67 for a 19 under par total, please welcome your 2020 champion,
A finish. Congratulations, Lee. I'm going to sum up my thoughts on the couple of days I've had here at Abu Dhabi Golf Club, talk a little bit more about tournament breaks that Your Golf Travel offer you guys. Head to a bit of a spin, just watch Lee Westwood win his 44th professional event. He has now won on tour in 4 separate decades. Lee, you're getting on a bit, mate, but you still got it, so don't worry. What a performance. I'm going to sum up, as I said, when I get back to my hotel, because a little tingly. That was exciting. What an amazing finish. Well done, Lee. Proud of you.
And now, with rounds of 69, 68, 65 and 67 for a 19 under par total, please welcome your 2020 champion,
Right guys, so as well as the major championships, so we're talking the Masters, the Open, the US Open, we used to do packages for the PGA as well. I'm not sure we still do those, and not being a major, but the Ryder Cup. We've got packages or tournament packages for events or marquee events such as like the Solheim Cup as well, the Players Championship, things like that, and we also do packages for no less than 11 European Tour events. Including obviously the Abu Dhabi Golf Championships, which I was attending for the last couple of days, which was absolutely fantastic. We also have packages for things like the Irish and the Scottish Open, the BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth, which is one of my favourite events to go to as a fan as well, the Turkish Airlines Open, things like that, and the DP World Tour Championships in Dubai, the season-ending event, and we actually are in Dubai next week as well for the Dubai Desert Classic. So 11 different European Tour events, Solheim Cup, Players Championship, the Majors, Ryder Cup, etc, etc. We at Your Golf Travel basically try and cater for you guys to come away and experience these world-class tournaments, see things like Lee Westwood winning his 44th professional event, what a day that was, and be able to combine that sort of experience with playing some local golf courses and getting your own golf fix as well. So yeah, speaking of getting your own golf fix, I'm actually playing at Abu Dhabi National tomorrow. So the day after the European Tour event is finished, and I'm expecting the course to beat me up a little bit. Those greens looked awfully fast, the rough looked manageable-ish, but kind of thick, and I've not hit a golf ball for about 2 months. And I'm playing a European Tour golf course tomorrow, so yeah. I'll bring you more action from that round at some point. It's probably not going to follow up this video immediately, but it'll be out on the Your Golf Travel channel fairly soon. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Don't miss out on any of the action. And just to finish the video, would I recommend a tournament package golf holiday? 100%. It's so much fun watching those guys do their thing on some of these amazing golf courses around the world. And the best thing about something like the Abu Dhabi Golf Championships and on the European Tour is the fact that the crowds are kind of at a manageable level. So if you go to these massive golf events, the ones that I talked about at the start of this video, the Masters, the Ryder Cup, the Open, it can be quite hard to get a vantage point. Whereas events like today, which is, it's a Rolex Series event, it's got a lot of the best players in the world, it's got the best player in the world in the field this week as well. You can basically be attached to their hip and not have an obstructed view at all for the entire week. I was able to follow Westy around today, and I never had more than just one person in front of me at the most. Most of the time I was right on the front row on the rope. So amazing viewing experience, amazing weather here in Abu Dhabi. You can probably tell by the colour of my face that I might have had a little bit too much sun in the last couple of days, so I'm going to slap on the old sunblock tomorrow for my golf, and then further into the week I'm going to experience golf, which you guys might experience on a tournament package as well here in Abu Dhabi at Saadiyat Beach and Yas Links, which are two of the most incredible golf courses I've ever seen. So I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys some action from there. But yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long, hot couple of days, and it's been not a chore at all watching Westy win his 44th professional event. He's now won events in 4 different decades. Most underrated golfer ever, just because he hasn't won a major. 44 wins, 10 Ryder Cup appearances as a player. Wins in 4 decades. Yeah, he's pretty good, that boy. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon with more action from Abu Dhabi.